up, y'all?
We're back with something brand new because we are led to you. And in this week's video, we are back with another episode of And You Think We're Peculiar?
Where we let you know it's okay not to be normal.
And this week, we have a very special guest, our Aunt Jessica!
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here. I don't know how to talk. Yeah,
you good?
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
When you said Jessica, I was like, she's gonna rebuke you off camera because you said her first name.
I said Auntie Jessica.
It's Auntie Jessica. Yeah.
Anyways, we're glad you're here, and we can. How are you doing today? First of all,
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're glad you're here. And so, before we get into the questions, we are asking everyone we interviewed. We're giving them a little challenge.
Okay.
So we are going to ask you to describe peculiar in 3 words, but you cannot use a name or like people that you know. You have to have 3 descriptive words. And at the end, we're going to have all our viewers vote, and whoever has the most creative one will win a gift card.
Yeah.
So take the time. We're going to allow you to take some time to think of 3 words that describe peculiar, and then you can say it. All right, so you can go ahead and let us know the 3 words.
Peculiar. I would say different, weird, and unique.
Okay. I like the weird.
Yeah, I like the weird too. Like, when I think of peculiar, I think of the word boogastank. But if you guys don't know, that's a word that I created. Like, your boogastank, like, that's really weird. Your boogastank, bruh. Like, that fits in the category of peculiar, so I like that.
All right.
I'm here for it.
All right, so we're going to let our viewers vote, and then we'll know at the end who wins. But let's go ahead and get into the questions. So the first question is, tell us what makes you peculiar.
What makes me peculiar, and this is something that I discovered kind of at a younger age, and this is not a question I would answer in an interview question. So this is, kind of informal, but I always knew from a young age that I was just different. And when I say that, I mean, I've kind of had a hard time conforming to society, and what society wants us to be. For example, just going to work every day and doing that. That was something that just never brought me happiness and never brought me fulfillment. Even though my jobs, some of them I've really enjoyed, and they've really gave me the stepping stone to get to where I needed to go and to be where I'm at right now. Not also school, but also education, school, working. I was just different. I just never really enjoyed it. So I kind of knew that at a young age, but I still continued to go through the motions. But it wasn't until just a couple of years ago, and I finally got to a good place to where I could really venture out and be different. And kind of, that's what prompted me to run my own business and just kind of do something different, do something that brought me happiness. Not only brought me happiness, but brought other people happiness as well, versus going to work and kind of working for the man, so to speak, and making them happy, making the company happy. Still, at the end of the day, I wasn't happy. So I kind of feel that makes me a little bit different, just not really kind of doing what society wanted me to do, so to speak.
Yeah, I like that because I know a lot of people feel that way and they're not necessarily happy with a 9-to-5 job, but to actually go out and step out and actually do it. Because a lot of people say that, but they're still working that job because it's a paycheck.
And then to be able to do something that you enjoy doing, like a lot of people like go to 9-to-5 and only do it for a paycheck, but to actually have that fulfillment of joy, like I actually like doing this. Even though I'm working, I enjoy what I do. So that's really cool.
And so we talked about how you enjoy it, but what are some of the challenges you face with making the decision of going against the norm?
Oh God, a lot of challenges. When I finally, came up with the idea to kind of leave the corporate world and focus on my business full time, this was something that was years in the making. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I'm done, and just quit my job. This was something over the course of 3 to 4 years. So a lot of challenges. One thing that is a challenge for a lot of people, but not really a challenge for me, because at the end of the day, I do have my experience and my education to back me up. A lot of people are scared of failure. Okay, what if I quit my job to do my business full time and it doesn't succeed? It's totally okay. If my business for whatever, doesn't succeed or it slows down to the point where, I just can't live, then I can just go back to work, and that's kind of what I tell people. So if you're venturing out, that's great, but still, you still want to have the education and you still want to have the experience to fall back on in case it doesn't work. And so you go back and you kind of regroup and then you get back into it. So that was definitely a challenge, but for me, I'm one that's not really scared. So that's okay for me. And then this is a huge one, is the acceptance of family. We all love, our parents, but sometimes they don't quite understand what it is that you're trying to do. Parents they kind of want us to go to work because it's comfortable. Okay, you're going to work, you may not like your job, but hey, it's a paycheck, it gives you benefits, it gives you stability, but what it doesn't give you is the happiness and the fulfillment. So trying to get your family on board to really understand what it is that you're trying to do and what it is that you're going to do, either they're accepting or they're not. So again, that's why it's always good to make sure you have a game plan, make sure this is something that you've planned out years in advance. And, if they're on board with it, that's great. But if not, that's okay as well.
Yeah. I mean, you keep saying business, and a lot of people may not know what your business is.
Oh,
we know we get VIP access to your business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for those that are watching, they don't know, what is your business?
Yeah. So I am the owner of Shea Love by Jess. My website is SheaLoveByJess.com. So I make all natural, organic skincare. So we have, whipped body butters, body oils, we have soaps, sugar scrubs. So I really try to cater to those that just have really dry skin, and also those that just want to pamper. You guys have dry skin. I love y'all, but so really trying to cater to those who have dry skin and those that just want to pamper and heal themselves. I make my products with a lot of love, and that's, sorry to venture off, but that's one of the things, again, that prompted me to want to pursue this full time, is because I make my products with love. So that means I need to be in a place, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to where I can make my products with love, and you feel that when you receive it. And that's why my customers tell me all the time, I feel the love in your products, and if there's ever a day where I'm not feeling myself or just feeling down and not feeling good, I'll take the day off and I won't make the products, and I'll have to tell my customer, hey, it's going to be delayed by a day or so because I'm just not feeling good. So yeah, that's what I do.
I like that, taking the time to make sure that the product represents how you're feeling, because I think some people just rush and let me just get the orders out, but you want to make sure that you keep that quality. And when I tell you, the quality is on.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to have to make sure that we link it down in the description so you can go ahead and check it out, because, man, all the scents.
For real.
The soaps, all of it.
It's better than some Bath and Body Works. I'm sorry.
Better than all of the Bath and Body Works.
It's like, you get like a deal like 20 candles for 2 cents. Like her deals, her quality is amazing.
Thank you.
So, as we kind of wrap up our questions that we have, the last question is, was being peculiar a choice for you, or do you feel it's something you were born with?
That's a good question. I would have to say, dang, that's a good one.
I mean, there's no wrong answer here.
I have to kind of go back to, I would have to say it was something I was born with, but the confidence in myself and just the desire to really want to do what it is that I wanted to do, not what my mom wanted me to do, not what my family wanted me to do. That's what really prompted me to grow and to do something different outside of what my mother and what my family wanted me to do. So yeah, I knew really, and my teachers told me, just from a young age, I just knew that I was different. I knew that I was peculiar. So, but it was something totally different to really act on that, because I could be totally different, but still just do the everyday hustle and bustle that I knew I wasn't happy with. So it just takes a different part of you to really act upon that. So I knew from a young age, but definitely had to venture out on that.
I like that. That's what we got in a previous one. It said they felt like they were born with being peculiar, but they still had to choose to actually live it out.
Yep.
So I like that. And so Malachi, we have some viewers' questions for you. Some of these, I don't know if they're serious questions, but we'll just go ahead.
So this first question I personally don't know what this means, but maybe you will. It says, how do I hide from our IRS?
How does what?
How do you hide from the IRS, or how does someone hide from the IRS? I don't know if it's
the IRS.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a serious question or.
But I don't even know. Can you hide from the IRS?
No, I mean you can, but you don't want to. The IRS, they will find you. So I mean, I don't know if they mean as far as starting my own business, and that's one of the things when you start your own business, you want to do everything legally. You want to have all the correct, you guys know that. You want to have all the correct licenses and everything. So it was actually, even though I've been in business for a couple of years, it was just once things really started to pick up, that's when I said, okay, this is serious. So I need to make sure I have all the legal aspects. So that's when I started, got my business license, got my LLC, make sure that everything is right when I file my taxes. So, that's definitely something that you need to take into consideration when you're starting your own business. So no hiding from the IRS. They will find you. Even during COVID, people think, I can cheat on my taxes because I'm not going to, they will find you.
Okay. Man, that's just creepy. It's giving me stalker vibes. All right. Here's the second question. What is your life goal?
I think about that often. My life goal, honestly, is to just be happy and to be fulfilled, and to serve God and just to live a life that He's pleased with. I've tried not to care so much about what, other people think, but just about what He thinks and what makes me happy. So continuing my business, continuing to save and invest. One of my biggest fears is reaching retirement and not having any money and being, living paycheck to paycheck. No, I want to have, I'm on pace to have a couple of million, in the bank by the time I retire. So, being able to travel and just living a life where there's just really just not a worry. So that's definitely my goal.
So when you retire and have that couple million.
And a brother gets a couple hundreds.
Right.
Okay. So here is the third question. How do you manage the rough patches when it comes to your business?
Oh, so actually I just got over a rough patch. So my business, I was selling on Etsy, which is a marketplace where a lot of small businesses showcase their products. And I've done that since I started. And the thing about Etsy is it gave me the opportunity to grow my business, and it essentially put the customers right in front of me. So I would say probably 80% of my customers came from Etsy. But as time went on, it really started to remind me of the corporate world where Etsy has the say so and you're kind of just there. you know. So what happens is, you know, you have the rude customers who just think that they can talk to you any kind of way. They would hold, they call it feedback hostage, where they would leave you a bad review and then say, well, if you do this for me or you send this to me, I'll revise my review. Now, Jessica is not one to be bullied. Like, you are not going to talk to me like you lost your mind and, you know, going to tell me what I need to do with my products and my business. So it really got to the point to where I was no longer excited, just like being at work. I wasn't excited about going to work anymore with this. I wasn't excited about making products anymore. So took a little bit of time, but just a few weeks ago, actually got my own website outside of Etsy. I got that launched, and so redirected traffic over to my new website. And so, you know, sales have slowed down a little bit because a lot of customers, they like the security of Etsy, and that's totally okay. So now these past couple of weeks, I've just been working on marketing myself rather than Etsy doing the marketing for me. So that was one big hump I had to get over, you know, leaving Etsy, kind of leaving those sales, just like leaving the corporate world. But now I feel so much better. You know, this is my shop. You're going to do what I tell you to do. You know what I mean? So that was definitely one hump, big hump I had to get over. So anytime something comes about and just kind of stops me in my tracks, I just kind of got to take a step back and, you know, again, remember why it is I created this brand, created these products, and just kind of go from there. So I don't let it get me down. I don't let it stress me out, but just kind of slow down, take my time, you know, figure out my next steps, and usually always works from there.
Okay, I like that. All right, here's our second to last question. What is the weirdest interaction with a customer that you've had?
There's a lot, guys.
Yeah, I know.
There's been a couple. Just most recently, I just had a customer when I was talking to your mom. It was not appropriate for young kids to see, but a customer, I had shipped them, you know, my whipped body butter, and she left a 5-star review, but it was just very graphic and inappropriate. And, you know, me, I'm not, you know, I have a sense of humor, you know, things like that, but it was way too much, you know. And so a part of me wanted to message her and say, hey, I greatly appreciate your feedback, but that's a little inappropriate for my shop. But I didn't do that. I just ended up just reporting it to Etsy, and they ended up deleting the review. So that was the most recent. It was just really, really weird. But yeah, over the years, I've definitely had my share of just difficult customers that, you know, especially over the holidays. Oh my goodness. I had several meltdowns where, you know, not only, you know, was I busy, but also dealing with the post office. This was the busiest year because of COVID. And so everybody is, you know, shipping out packages. So had packages that were delayed and customers were worried, you know, even though they were ordering on December 15th, you know, they would message me, is it going to be here by Christmas? And I'm like, probably not. So, you know, dealing with those customers, but just like in the corporate world, I've learned to just, you know, just relax, just take a breather. You know, some customers, they just don't know any better, and you got to kind of educate them. So definitely had my share. I mean, this has spanned since my first job when I was 17. You know, I've always had difficult customers, but you just got to deal with them and pray for them.
Yeah. Here's the last question. Have you ever wanted to quit?
That's a good question. My business, no. I've wanted and needed to take a break, especially, you know, like I said, over the holidays, where even though I was so grateful for the support, for the orders, and it was kind of an emotional time for me because customers were trusting me to send gifts to their loved ones that they couldn't be with over the holidays. So that was not something that I took lightly. But at the end, when it came close to Christmas time, I just needed a break. I just needed to regroup, refresh. So, came down to visit you guys, visited some friends, just laughed and just kind of, logged out essentially. So I can't say there was ever a time I wanted to quit, but I definitely needed a break. And so I'm not afraid to do that. So I will take a break and I will tell customers, hey, I put my shop on vacation, which means they can't come in and place a new order. And so customers will message me and say, hey, let me know when you're coming back from vacation. I won't even respond. When I check out, I check out. And that goes the same for when you're at your job. If it's 5 o'clock and you're clocked out, you need to clock out. If it's the weekend, sometimes I would get messages from my superiors over the weekend or late at night. And it's just like, why are you working? You need to clock out. You need to take a breather. So that's something that I'm not afraid to do. Is take some time off, take a breather, take a refresher. If I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm tired and I'm overworked.
Yeah, that's even important for us. Like, I know it's easy to get burnt out and it's important to take those breaks, especially like people like you and us who care about our jobs and care about what we do. If we want to have that quality remain, we have to make sure we're taking care of ourselves so we can keep that up. Yeah. So I love that.
I love it.
And that wraps up all of the questions. Yeah. But before we let you go, we're asking everyone that we interview to give Malachi and I a one-sentence piece of advice.
I would say, and I know it's cliche, and I know kids are tired of hearing it, but it's very true, and that's just don't be so quick to grow up. Enjoy your teenage years, enjoy your youth, because when you get to be my age, there's just nothing but bills. So just enjoy. That's one of my biggest regrets is just not enjoying my teenage years, enjoying my 20s. You guys are very, very blessed to have parents that love you guys and most importantly, let you guys be yourselves. I tell your mom this all the time. I just see your guys' personalities and, they really let you guys be yourself. And so just take that and just keep growing. But don't be, so quick to grow up, because there's going to be plenty of time to be grown and have bills and stress and all of that. So just enjoy your teenage years while you can.
Yes, thank you. Because I was one of those people like, oh, let me just grow. But the little responsibility I have at 16.
You start to feel grown when you start getting a beard, a little hair under your chin, a little mustache. You start doing this now. I started to feel like I'm like 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta just relax and enjoy the journey.
All right. Well, we thank you for coming on. We enjoyed this interview very much. Like, we know a lot about your business, but we got a little bit more insight. And so it was just good to be able to chat and to have a conversation. And hopefully people were able to take something from it. So, we thank you and we will see you later.
Love you.
Love you too.
We really appreciate our aunt for coming on. She supports us. Yeah. She supports us, period. And so we love her very much. And so make sure you go and click her website. Check out her website.
I'm
trying to buy something.
We don't tell you. You guys know we're very honest. Our brand is very honest and transparent. We don't tell you that something's good if it ain't good. Like
we're not gonna waste our breath talking about things that don't matter. Like her business, what she's doing is very important, and it's so necessary. It is. Dry skin, anybody wants that.
Come on, stop it. Stop.
You don't want to have that crinkly skin.
Yeah, like when I was ashy, and then she was like, "Here, you need some stuff for your feet." I was like, "Thank you."
It feels so good.
It does. And it's embarrassing for you to say it, but I know that I need it.
And the scents are amazing.
It is. Oh my god.
Especially when it gets to the seasonal scents.
You just want to be walking around like this, like, oh wow, hi guys, what you guys doing? Like, you just want to like you're doing the dab. You just walking around. First of all, the dab. Wow, the dab is old.
Anyway, okay. But we hope you enjoyed. Yeah. If you did, you can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so that you can stay tuned for another episode of Anything But Peculiar. But that is it. We will see you in the next one. So Malachi, while they are waiting, what can they do?
Well, I want you guys to please be fresh.
Okay.
I want you guys to please be blessed.
Okay.
And especially, I want you guys to do your best.
All right.
All right.